So I'm just chilling, and Kitty has decided my boob is a perfect place to take a nap. Is it comfy? She's so goddamn cute. Send out the tweet saying I'm live. And just double check that we're doing this all good and shit. Fixes via my computer. I got all set up. Yeah. Alright. Head over into my Clip Studio Paint. So if you guys don't know, my name is Yashiroreaper. I'm an artist. I do a webcomic, which these characters are from, called The Shadows. It is available on Webtoon, Global Comics, and Tapastic. I also do gaming streams on here, and I react to Transformers G1 on here and other shows that it's going to be going through. I'm watching the entirety of G1 right now. And I also do fan art and write fan fiction and that kind of stuff. And I just share it all across the web. I post these streams up on my YouTube along with occasional vlogs. I also do TikTok where I post highlights from my streams and kitty videos on my cat Yashiroreaper Houdini, who's currently napping. She might bother us later, she might not. She occasionally joins streams. So this is a piece I did. It's based off Lucky Star live panel, and I made a Lucky Star screenshot. And then my character, Tally, and one of my MCs, and another MC, Amy. So, I love this little drawing. They're all cubified, but it's where I get like a lot of my colors for the cast. I find it easier to get like main cast colors off of the drawings. So we're just gonna start with a marker. Coloring. So yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm just kind of bored. Had to work today. I'm working until Friday, and normally I try to do my streams on my days off, but with my I have 2 jobs currently now. I just started my second job, and with that means I don't really have that many days off, so I have to start streaming on days I work. So I chose today because, well, tomorrow is Remembrance Day around here, so I'm probably not going to do streaming on Remembrance Day. And, yeah, and the next day I work in the evening, and Friday I work in the evening, and then I'm off on the weekend, so I'll do streams on the weekend, hopefully. I may not do a stream on Saturday, I don't know. I am trying to get to go to a pub with my best friend. We haven't hung out in a while, so we usually meet up at a pub like once or twice a month. Just hang out, and now I got another job. job, and she is my tattoo artist. I'm going to get my next tattoo. And if you want to know what the tattoo is, it is the Autobot symbol with the non-binary color flags, like how it was in the 80s where it kind of like faded into different colors. Yeah, I'm going to get that on my shoulder. And she is my tattoo artist, so I'm going to hit her up and be like, yo girl, I want a tattoo. This is what I want. Now that I have a job, you'll let me get it, right? Because she knew I only had one job, so she was like, no, you're not getting a tattoo until you get a second job. I'm like, okay. I got a second job, so I'm like, hey, you know, that tattoo I wanted, I want it. I'm gonna get that tattoo. It's gonna be pretty nice. Everyone's wondering why, like, I only get tattooed by my best friend. Well, my best friend's a tattoo artist, so I'm like, you're a tattoo artist, I'm gonna go to you. Yeah. If you're wondering, I'm listening to like non-copyrighted electro swing music. Hopefully it doesn't get claimed on YouTube. Occasionally the playlists I find online, YouTube claims like one song throughout the entire playlist and is like, your video cannot be like viewed but in certain countries because of this. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's one song. You bitches. Same with my reaction streams, especially to G1. They're blocked in most countries. Because, like, they're like, you get this thing. And I'm like, I'm screaming over 98% of this show. Fuckers. It's also not taking up the entire screen. And it's totally a reaction, but whatever. I'm not going to fight YouTube over it. Why I started streaming on Twitch. Because I like doing reaction stuff, but YouTube takes them down a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it on Twitch, because that way they won't take it down. Twitch is usually pretty cool with you reacting to shit on there. But yeah, next time, just relaxing. If you're wondering, like, I'm wearing, like, one of my, rarely wear tops, but I'm wearing my pajamas technically, but I was like, I don't want to wear my jammy top. Because I'm wearing a night dress. So I'm like, okay, pull out random top that is light because it's fucking hot for some reason in Canada right now. Yeah, like today it was up to 22 and I'm like, bullshit. It's supposed to be fall. Yesterday it was up to 19. I'm like, no, we're not doing second summer. I'm done with summer. I'm too Canadian for this bullshit. Please end. I'm a creature of cold. I don't like walking in snow, but the temperature of snow is so much nicer. And also, like, changing seasons bothers my fucking asthma and allergies. Like, I'm sneezing today, I'm more phlegmy. Like, just pick a fucking season! Dude, just describing science. Is this science swing? I mean, I'm okay with that. But yeah. Also, like, I keep forgetting I'm gonna make this post on Tumblr, but, like, I had a big brain moment over the weekend where we were talking about Trump and the election in America, and I said, you know what? Trump kind of reminds me of a fucking Roman emperor. We're talking about, like, how he, like, why he eats so much McDonald's is because, like, apparently he knows he's gonna be poisoned and stuff like that, and it's like, okay. And I'm like, you know what, he's acting like a Roman emperor, because Roman emperors used to believe they were gonna get poisoned, because, well, a good chunk of the time, they were fucking poisoned. And I was stuck between, I'm still stuck a bit, between whether he is Caligula, the crazy batshit one who made a horse the senator, or the man right before Caligula, who is called fucking, what's his name now?
Well, as the record plays, the needle wiggles at the right number of
Tiberius.
cycles per second, which have been recorded.
Tiberius.
Now this creates electrical impulses, which are then boosted.
And, like, he's one of them, but he acts like fucking crazy. Bullshit.
Through that speaker in the form of sound waves. Then I suppose that the bigger and better the speaker, the higher the prize. If you don't mind if
That nowadays is part of the kill off.
check out the idea.
That's
Really by
the
adding a big speaker to an ordinary record player.
Back in the day, it was a lot easier to kill someone, because usually Like, the reason Caligula died was, and the man before him died, was bribing of the Praetorian Guard. If you don't know who the Praetorian Guard are, it is basically the guardsmen who are in charge of the emperor, and they can be bribed into killing him. And they were many times bribed into killing the emperor. But yeah, like, that is the difference. There's no Praetorian Guard. Because there's more people attached to, like, the safety of the emperor. And, like, presidents nowadays, and like back then, where it was mostly just like, these are my Praetorian Guard.
What you get in a high
Whatever.
set is best described as presence. A feeling of life and nearness in the music. Once you've heard high-fidelity reproduction, you'll be hard to satisfy with anything.
What is this from? What is this science lesson we are getting in this song? What early, like, 50s TV is this? Yeah. Lazy fuck. Yeah. This is like a little bit for my characters that I'm drawing right now. These are kind of like their second redesigns, because the characters start off at about 15 and then like age up as the story goes. And like this is their redesign for them being 16. They get piercings, like most of the characters get at least one new piercing. And then other stuff changes, like the way they style their hair, the general style they use. Except for Tally. Tally, her style changed. It doesn't change until later on in her life, and her hair stays the same most of her teenage years. Amy, her hair doesn't change. Like the way she puts up her hair changes, but nothing much else really changes about her hair. Like she has long hair and it stays long for most of my clan series. Her hair is like super long because she wears it into a braid, and the braid goes about down to around her knees. So out of the braid, it goes a little like it around her calves. Actually, it's about like to her feet in length. It is a long boy hair. It's maybe a bit longer than her feet, so she usually keeps her hair up in something. And also, like, a lot of my characters have like this little hair fling thing. I don't know why I started doing this, but it was just something I started doing when I first started art, and now it's just a thing where a lot of my characters have a side like, curl in their hair. I don't know why. I just started it, and then I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, all my characters get this. If they have hair, and it's like longer than like a really short buzz cut, then yeah, they get this. I think the only ones that don't are like a few characters that like their hairstyle doesn't allow for it. Like I have one character, her uncle, Amy's uncle, his hair is like slick gel back, so he doesn't have the curl. And like every appearance that you ever see him in, for the most part, his hair is slick gel back. Yeah, that's a weird little hair thing that I started. I don't know why I started it. But that's something I draw now. I just think it's funny. It's a weird little art quirk of mine. I also like usually draw chibis with noses. I know like a lot of anime where a lot of my art style is from. Like, when you do a chibi, they don't have a nose, but I've always given them noses. I don't know why. I just give them a nose. I'm like, nope, they need it. They need a nose. So I stuck with these kind of like little round noses. And one of my other series that I do, I give them... They get like this kind of nose where it's like... For this one, I was just like, you know what? They're just getting this. And then because these two have piercings, they get the side. Like, only if like someone has a piercing or something along the side do I ever do the nostrils and chibis. Yeah. This is, yeah, my life is not really that interesting right now. I'm just kind of a boring fucker that's going to work, getting a tattoo, trying to survive, being tired all the time. If you don't know, I'm a chronic insomniac. I have a lot of health issues. I'm mentally ill, physically ill, bitch, and I'm tired 98% of my life. I'm slowly becoming a caffeine addict. Like, at one of my jobs, I work two kind of cooking-ish jobs. One of them, I run like a hot food salad area. Like, I work in that of like a supermarket. And then my other job is I'm a kitchen helper at a like volunteer, like non-for-profit group that makes meals for people who are disabled and seniors, that kind of thing. And that's a morning shift, and I usually work evening-ish shifts at my other job. Oh my god. And I'm perpetually tired now. Perpetually fucking tired. Always tired. So much tired. Much wow. I recognize this. I recognize this vaguely. It could just be using similar instrumentals, but this sounds familiar to a song I've heard before. If you're wondering, like, oh, this is an oldie tune song. I like oldie tune songs. I'm one of those weird people that, like, my music tastes can't really be determined easily. Because I kind of listen to everything. Like, I put all the songs I like in like one playlist called RAR on my Spotify, and like it can go from like You're Never Fully Dressed with a Smile, 1920 swing music, to Rosenrot by Rammstein, German metal. Then it can go to I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It, then Old Country Road, then a couple of instrumental pieces, and like songs from musicals like Your Mom's Welcome in the 60s, or Keep It Gay, all that kind of stuff. Some Hamilton, some video game songs. I have a little bit of everything. One of my coworkers at work actually likes when I play my music. She's like, I just listen to so much new music. I'm like, yeah. Recently, actually, like, I was really happy. There was a Halloween and chill, like, lo-fi kind of, like, not lo-fi, like, playlist on Spotify, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna listen to this, and it was actually a fucking banger of a playlist. I, like, took 98% of the songs in the playlist. I was like, oh my god, I like all these. I love like finding new music. A lot of the ways I used to find new music, like a lot of my original music taste came from watching AMVs, like early like YouTube, back in like 2009, like 10ish. Yeah, I used to watch like YouTube all the fucking time, and a lot of AMVs. Like I also remember my phone. I used to listen to a lot of like AMVs like for pairings, and oh my god, so many. And every time I touch, I get this feeling, or I'm so loving you, You look into my eyes, I go out of my mind. I can't see anything, cause this love's got me blind. A lot of that shit. And like, Lee Home, First Morning. I can't sing Chinese, I'm sorry for probably butchering that, but I like that song. Listen to that a lot. There's a lot of early Timothy, like Raphael and Mona Lisa fucking pairing the AMVs. Yeah, but that was my shit! That was actually, like, originally when I first did stuff on the internet, I actually went with my username was like Mona Lisa RH, which was basically Mona Lisa and then Raphael Hamato RH. I stuck with that for years. Now I go by Yashiro, which is a name I use with most of my friends. Like outside of work, it's the name I go by. At work I go with my real name, and then outside of it I'm Yashiro, because it is basically the name I just use 98% of the time. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. And I was like, okay, I want to come up with a better username. I don't want to use this because like other people had Mona Lisa RH on YouTube. I was like, I need to think of a channel name. And then I thought about it, and then I went, well, I call myself Yashiro, so I'll go with that. And then the name Yashiro is also the name of a character in my friend's webcomic called Timegate. And at the time, the whole idea was that, like, back then it was at Legend of Zelda fanfiction, but, yeah, the whole idea was that later on they became Reapers. So I was like, yeah, sure, Reaper, that'll be cool, and then I just stuck with that, and now it's my username everywhere. I use it now for everything, which I think is a little bit weird. Yeah. In case you guys were wondering, I am a weird little weeb. I don't just like anime though. I'm very much into all animation. Like I watch two of my main, like three of my main exceptions in life are like one anime series usually at a time that I hyperfixate on. Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, like, literally on my desk I have fucking little Starscream, like, it's like the thing that you switch the heads on to, like, switch expressions. And yeah, that is on my desk for all time. I've got like Sailor Moon and Eevee and a My Hero Academia Aizawa with all his kitten students. And then my Gengar hat, which I would be wearing, but my headphones broke a few streams back. So I have to keep this area, like I taped it down. But like, yeah, I would put on the hat if it would fit. But I need to be able to put both of these ears down, which I cannot do because it's broken. Yeah. I still don't even know how the fuck I broke it. I was like taking it off or something, and then just snap. And I was like, no. But to be fair, I've had these headphones like 3 years now, I think. Yeah, about 3 years, maybe more. Yeah, this character, Tally, she wears 98% black. Even later in life, she wears black, but then she just changes up her style. In high school, it's mostly like black tank tops and skirts with like thigh-high stockings and chains. And then later on, it like changes slightly to like corset-y things and like tights. And then like she has a leather phase, and yeah. And the funny thing is that this character is based off my best friend. And I based it mostly off her, like, back in high school. And back in high school, she was a little bit, like, risque in everything that she did. Not less now, but, like, back then she was very risque. And, like, I just put this character to like the max. Like she's a fucking little fucking mess. Fucking little bastard hoe. Like her first two options are, can I tease it? Can I flirt with it? And can I kill it? That is her thinking process, and I love her. She's my little bitch character, and I love writing her. Like, I have one line that my friend, like, wrote down for me that I still have to this day that I'm going to use as, like, an insult she uses later on. I don't know why I'm separating this. It's all the same fucking color, jet black. Because this bitch has a theme. And she's like a goth. And like the younger, she's like more of a punk goth. Punk goth with like a bit of like a Lolita-ish Asian twist. Also, like, I made her... A lot of my casts are kind of like... I tried to diversify it. So I have one native main cast, which my best friend is actually native, and then I have two Asians. Callie is one, she is Japanese, and then I have another one, and she's part of the main friend group, and she is Korean. Well, her parents are Korean, she's supposed to be Chinese, and yeah. This character, Callie, Amy, I mean, her sense of fashion starts off like hoodies, jeans, graphic t-shirts, how I did in high school, and then she switches to wearing like a shirt and then like a plaid thing over it, and then later on in life she becomes like, she kind of goes more for a business lady thing. Like her sense of fashion in like most of the arc until she hits like really into her adulthood is kind of like my style currently. And I'm a 24-year-old woman, but I don't care. I never had a sense of style for years. My sense of style was, hey, pants, tights, graphic t-shirts, hoodies. And then recently I kind of developed a style. I don't know, people say I'm stylish. I don't fucking know what I'm doing with my life, to be quite honest. Any form of it, style, everything, I don't know. Now I like don't just buy things because I'm like, they're comfortable. I think it's mostly because I'm getting sick of people thinking I'm like 16. Because I have a baby face. And I'm very much getting sick of people who are like, oh, hi, little miss. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm in my fucking 20s. I'm sick of this shit. Worst thing is that, like, I get ID'd all the fucking time, and I fucking hate my life when I do. They're like, can we see your ID? I'm like, fine, here's my fucking ID. Like, I know they're, like, supposed to ID people, like, under a certain age. I remember what was it, one job I worked, and I didn't ID someone because I knew him from high school, and like, then my boss was like, you should have ID'd him, and I'm like, no, I went to high school with him, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm legal, so he's legal, and he's like, okay, fair enough. I'm like, yep, I fucking knew that bastard. I know he's old enough for cigarettes, I can judge him for it, but I know he's old enough to buy them, so. Am I gonna say no? Hey, asshole, no. That wouldn't get me fucking far. I live, like, where no one I really went to high school with this, except for my best friend, which is fine. Because we won't talk about shit from high school, because high school sucked. I always wonder, like, when people are like, oh, I wish I was back in high school. I peaked in high school. I'm like, what the fuck? High school sucked! I hated high school. The only thing I can really say about high school is that it's given me interesting stories to tell in my older years, because I went to redneck high school. You learn some shit in redneck high school. Yeah. went to redneck high school. I was also like way more of a, I don't know. I'm non-binary, so I was considered a tomboy a lot of my life. And I'm just like, no, I just didn't give a shit. I was just like, yeah, what about those? Why don't you want to wear something fashionable? That looks uncomfy. I prefer to be comfy. I dressed for comfort for years, and I still do. I will choose comfort over style any day. Because why would I feel good if I'm not like? I think like the only things I really suffer through is like certain things like shoes. But that's because like 98% of shoes are uncomfortable for me, so I don't mind if they're uncomfortable for a bit. If I'm wearing them in, I'm like, yeah, I understand that. Because I am a weird size for women. Like, I'm not like a really, really big size, but like I'm a like 9 or a 10 wide in women's. And that's a pain in the butt to go shopping for. It's like I'm not even that tall, so I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not even that tall, but no. I'm like 5, maybe 8. Probably like, I'm like between 5'7" and 5'8", like around that area. And like, I should not be like, I should not have the size feet I do. But apparently no. Except for giving you wide feet, I don't know fucking why, but whatever. We're gonna deal with it. And I hissed. I do that a lot when I don't like something. I hiss at him like a weird little quirk. I'm not gonna do like many shadings on this because it's just a simple little fucking chibi drawing. This is just a chibi drawing I did for fun that I'm probably gonna add to like the next chapter that comes out this month, which I really need to get on finished drafting. I have like 3-4 pages left to draft, and I'm so bad for drafting, but like I'm in fanfiction writing mode right now. Oh. Magic Man? Magic Man. The reason I made my, like, the reason I, like, so focused on making my cast a bit diverse is because, like, it takes place in New York City, and I'm like, New York's a diverse city. So, I didn't want to make it, like, two things. Like, it's supposed to take place in, like, an alternate universe, basically, because it's a kind of like a modern fantasy-ish kind of supernaturally thing. Basically, it's like, think of kind of similar to, like, the X-Men and the Mutants, except instead of, like, being, like, mutations, they are literally a different, like, race. Like a fantasy race that exists alongside humans. They look like humans, but they have special abilities, and they're called shadows. And, like, my main character, Amy, is, she's a half, and then, like, other characters, like Tally, she has a bit of it in her, like, she has older relatives that have it, so she has some abilities, but not really many. Like, her main thing is that she can see auras, and that she is able to, like, take on abilities given to her by someone else, like, take on someone's shadow. Because the shadow, I kind of took the idea of, like, if you ever read The Golden Compass, You know how like they say the demons are attached to each other with like a soul bond thing, and like one of the villains' thing is that like to take it away and like rip it apart, which like kills the demon. Like that idea, except like it's a plasma thing that runs through their whole bodies, and it's what gives them their abilities. And to take it out of them would be like literally ripping it off, but like borrowing is basically like you're connecting yourself to someone else, and it's like a form of energy, like a plasma kind of energy thing. It's like somewhat sciencey, but also somewhat just fantasy-ish kind of stuff. I don't think I ever had the characters connected like to magic. I'm just like it's a power, and it's just known that these people who are shadows or halves have these powers. That's just common knowledge. And like Amy, she is also like a special kind on top of being like a half. She is a spiritus vigilum. I believe. No, spiritus something. I can't remember the Latin off the top of my head right now. But basically it means that she is she's able to see spirits, see like people's shadows, things like that. And like send spirits off to the other side kind of stuff. And that like makes her a little bit of a special case when it comes to them. It also means that her abilities are a bit stronger. And like she has scars, as you can see. A lot of my characters have like a prominent scar on them. Tally doesn't, but like I make a lot of like certain characters that actually I think I'm giving Tally a scar later on. Like it's not a very noticeable one, but like a lot of my characters, a lot of them I give like noticeable scars. Like 2 of my main characters have noticeable scars. 2 of them have an eye scar, except his is, it doesn't go through the entire eye like hers. It's like above her eye, above his eye and below. But it looks connected when his eyes are open. And then, instead of having a nose scar, he has cheek, like, ones that go along here. This area of his jawline. And then she's got one that goes right across, like, right across her nose. Like, goes to, like, here, and then goes to here on her nose. And I have a couple other characters that have like facial scars, that kind of stuff. I don't know why I was like, I'm just gonna give random characters facial scars, but I decided that, and I'm sticking with that. A lot of these characters, like, I started coming up with back in like 2009, 10. Like when I was a preteen, I came up with these. And they've changed quite a bit, because originally it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fanfiction that slowly like became something else over time. I'm just gonna do like, I think I'll just do basic shading. Just do basic shading on all these. Although I don't like to shade hair. I don't know why, it's just a thing with me. I'm just like, I don't know why you shade hair. Occasionally I do it, but like most of the time I just try to not shade hair. Because it makes no sense to me. If you're ever like curious about like drawing thing, it's just something that I developed. Like my best friend helped me learn how to draw, and then I learned how to draw from like those manga, like how to draw manga and anime, like back from like high school, where like certain artists are like, this is how you draw this stuff. And then just I learned a lot from like copying artists, like copying like scenes. Like I still occasionally, like I love doing draw your squats, because it's like I don't have to come up with poses, yay! And then I also like doing like screenshot redraws, but like changing up the characters to like different people. I use a lot of references. what I'm saying. Which I totally think, like, artists should be able to do. Like, you should be able to use references. Like, one of my tattoos, like, I have a tattoo up here of Twig from Hilda. And, like, it was entirely just, my friend just traced over an image from the show. Because she knew nothing about the character. And it was, like, when she was an apprentice. And I was like, I want this tattoo. And she's like, okay. Because I thought I'd choose something a bit easier for her to draw. That's the whole idea. I was like, I'm gonna pick something a bit easy for you. And she's like, okay. And I was like, here it is. And she's like, okay. Because she was still an apprentice. But now I'm just like, hey, you know this thing? Like, one of them I only have 2 tattoos at the moment. One of them is a grumpy cat that she was like, she occasionally like puts out drawings that she's done, and she's like, anyone want these as a tattoo? And she had a grumpy cat one, like grumpy, like shady black cat like looking thing, and I was like, mine, it's mine. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yes. That grumpy cat is my life. Give him to me. And I also kind of look like Kitty Zawa, so I was like, yeah, give it. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, thank you. No, originally Tally was my version of a Mona Lisa character, like a Mona Lisa incarnation. But she's slowly developed, like over the years I've been like coming up with this. She's completely developed into her own character. She is like a very stubborn, very like intelligent girl, but she's also like kind of been done with fucking everything. Like she is very like exhausted perpetually, but she's also like a little bit like traumatized from the world. She's like, I want to make the world better, and I don't care what the fuck I have to do that, because I can't handle living in a world that's like this. Because it also has like an X-Men-y kind of thing, which my brother pointed out to me. Well, my former stepbrother told me. Technically, he's still my stepbrother. I just was disowned by that part of my family. That story for another time. But basically, like he compared a lot of it to the X-Men, so now I got a lot of X-Men-y comparisons, which I didn't even like attempt to make an X-Men-y thing. I originally, like, it was all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles based, so I was like, okay, I accidentally made it like X-Men. But, no, like, the shadows are hunted down by the government in only America. Other countries, it's a different story. Like, so every other country usually has a different thing, but it's kind of like dystopian-ish America. And, like, certain other countries that, like, America kind of, like, looks after, like, superpower things, like, that follow America have it, but, like, most countries don't have this rule, but basically, like, they're total genociding all the shadows that live in America. They're like, yep, one of you went fucking crazy, we're gonna total totalitarianism go after all of you. And, like, very Holocausty vibes, all that kind of stuff. they're taken, at first they're taken away, like put into secular areas, kind of like a ghetto like in the World War II, and then like slowly it becomes like they're not allowed to go to certain places, just like it was with Jews, and then slowly it just became, yeah, we're just gonna collect them and like move them out into society, what they think is camps, but basically it's like they're killed and used for experimentations, that kind of stuff. And it's all started, like the whole idea of all this was like a stage thing by one man who was like, I'm gonna use this to gain power. He's a right asshole. He was based off of, a little bit off of, the villain from Teenage Ninja Turtles called Agent Bishop. He appears on like the 2003 show. And like, basically, he's like, yep, I'm going to kill all the shadows, and I don't care what I have to do it. And he like finds immortality and is like, yep, I'm gonna spend the rest of my existence out to kill them. And he does. And like, he's the main antagonist. He's a right asshole.
Crunchy, crunchy, potato chips, crunch, crunchy, crunchy. A crunch, crunch, crunch. I don't want no nut. All I want is potato chips. Potato chips. Oh, those potato chips. Potato chips.
Potato chips? Fuck is this song? Where are the lyrics for these fucking songs coming from? We had a science lesson earlier, now we're just like, potato chips! It's like from an ad or something? What is this? What sort of voodoo magic is this? Sorry to anyone who practices voodoo. I respect it. It's just, it's a turn of phrase for me now. Actually, one thing I'm like really adoring right now is like I started to get recommendations from Witch Talk, and I keep getting like these tarot card reading things, and I freaking love them. I've never actually gotten my tarot cards read in real life by anyone who actually is like gifted in tarot card reading. I just had someone be like, I gotta guess, and I'm like, okay. Before the pandemic, there used to be a few witches that you could go to, but like I think during the pandemic, it's kind of shut down because they usually went to like certain pubs and would sit down at a table and you just come visit them and get your reading done. Now a lot of them stay away, which I have to fucking stand. Like next time, whenever they start opening that stuff up again, hopefully soon, because I've heard some discoveries out there that people are making towards vaccines and like how to stop coronavirus, things like that. I'm not entirely sure if they're true, but hopefully that is a good sign for things to fucking come.
It beats at our eardrums until much of the time we're hardly conscious of it.
Again!
But
What is with this science?
Saturday morning, Jimmy Foster suddenly became very conscious of it.
Oh wait, no, that's like reading a fucking book. What was that book? Jimmy Foster, okay.
It seemed as though the post was vibrating. Well, he'd soon find out whether there was a vibration along with the sound. The scrap of wood showed him that when the bell sounds, it does vibrate. Try this, Jimmy.
That isn't just science. That is not a story. That is science. What's with the science class bullshit? I think I'll do it up here. In case you're wondering, I'm doing my signature.
Try it again.
which is two like Hawaii kind of dark wings, and then heart with the white R. And I draw it new every time because I'm a weirdo and I don't know how to make like a stamp thing where I just post in drawings. I am not that smart with computers.
Is all around us, everywhere. But on this particular Saturday morning, Jimmy Foster suddenly became very conscious of it. Jimmy's ears were now wide open to the sounds around him.
Was Jimmy having a migraine? Because that's what that fucking sounds like. I have a migraine. Now every sound hurts.
Right next to my ear.
Short waves for a high note, long waves for a low note. So you see, the loudness of any sound you hear varies with its intensity and its distance from you. Be careful, Jimmy, it corrodes my radio club. Now watch.
And that's that.
That's that, but it's not all by any means.
And yes, I just called this the school blah. The shadow school blah. That was the expression. Blah. Snarfly.
The kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world.
So the way I had this drawing, which I'm going to probably just work on line art for today. I just thought it was cute, and I'm like, let's go!
The kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world.
Suck it up with a smile. You're never gonna know how it feels till you try. Jump it up, steal the style. It's doggy, doggy, doggy at the top of the pile. Everybody look at Hollywood, doing it, doing it, doing it Suck it up with a smile. You're never gonna know how it feels till you try. Jump it up, steal the style. It's doggy, doggy, doggy at the top of the pile.
This is my OC stargazer. She's sitting on like TFA Bumblebee's shoulder. I like to use the I find it an easier time. I have been shaking it. Anything like that is good for me. Because I have a slight tremor. I have anxiety disorder, PTSD. Because then I develop a slight tremor that rarely goes away. Like it's kind of a constant tremor. And it occasionally makes it kind of hard to draw. So when I need to do something that involves a bit more straight line work, I tend to use tools. For some reason, I like giving Transformers nose. It doesn't matter what universe they're in, I give them a nose.
You see what
He's
low
done.
grade you made on your weekly mathematics test? More than half of you failed. Most of those who passed just got by. Nobody had 100%. This is the poorest class I've had in a long, long time. Most of you have no foundation at all. Now the trouble's with your attitude. You don't pay enough attention in class. You don't do enough work outside of it. You don't know what the word study means. You haven't the slightest idea. Don't you realize that mathematics is an important subject? I tell you right now that unless you get over your lazy habits and come up to the standards I've set for this class, many of you will have the pleasure of repeating this course next semester.
They're a bit too sharp. Also, I still haven't figured out how to like copy thing in this program, so I'm going to be doing this a bit more. Until I figure out entirely how to use this program. I'm still not 100% certain.
Just what was Mr. Grimes' purpose in making such statements as these?
This is the poorest class I've had in a long, long time.
This is hardly the way to win friends or influence people.
Is that like an advert? Being like, this is not the way you do it, teacher. subject is my high school, like, upper grade math teacher. Because I have learning disability math, and I got, like, 70s in the hit scores, and that would be the only time I really get good in math since, like, younger years. And it was mostly because, like, he just had a great teacher. Actually, I used to tutor my best friend in it, because she was kind of failing behind in math, because she was not paying attention. I didn't really listen to class either, because these are writing fan fiction class. Yay for me. And so I did that in university too. The teacher was giving a lecture and I was there like reading fan fiction, like, shut up. Ideas came.
Thus, what should have developed into a sequence of pleasant and valuable learning experiences had deteriorated into a series of disagreeable and injurious personal connections. This is all wrong. Need any of these incidents have occurred at all? Suppose Mr. Grimes had tried another approach.
Silky. What's on your mind now?
Doc, my old friend Newty wants you to put him through the works.
Why, man, you still run on 60. We'll have to pep you up to 90.
Character to draw. She is my OC and the star of my fanfiction I love drawing her. She is just a precious bean. She's a precious bean child and I love her.
Why, man, you still run on 60. We'll have to pep you up to 90.
Saga series I'm doing. Basically, it is a series that just stars her in different AUs in different universes of Transformers. So I'm currently working on, the only one out is TFP, which is the main one. And then there's going to be ones TFA, Rescue Bots, T1, and I'm thinking maybe More Than Meets the Eye and RID, but those ones might be later coming out. But currently, I'm working on the other stuff.
Every kind of music for every kind
It's
of
just a
taste.
really very little story. I started writing it back forever ago. I think it was back in 2014. And I'm still working on it, and now I'm working on getting the other story, the other AU stories going. I'm trying to get 5 chapters of each done before I start uploading, so that I have a kind of a steady base, so I can work on a chapter, finishing maybe half a chapter a month, and then still be good for a bit. Because right now I upload that's just a good pace for me to be able to get out a chapter. I say if I get really ahead, then maybe I'll do update it to twice a month, but for now monthly is good while I usually am writing, because I am one of those people that fan fiction. Even if I'm writing a fan fiction, I come up with other fan fiction ideas, so yeah. I already came up for another Transformers one that I want to do. It's going to be not a set a universe kind of thing, and that is going to take a while because I'm kind of working on that while I'm working on other shit.
It's the most tremendous.
And when it comes to fan
new
fiction, to
musical
me, it's
experience
just whatever
you
my
can
brain
have.
hits that I'm oh, now I can write. This is the time. This is the time my brain allows me to write fan fiction. Let's go. I just plow through writing.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered.
Ooh, a zombie song. Yay.
And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible to use it.
to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it. Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
I have a Kofi page to like help support everything I do on the internet, and currently my goal is to get myself a desktop computer because my poor laptop has been abused the last 5 years. I've been using it to stream, to record videos, to play video games, and it is a full lappy, and it is just not doing so hot anymore. I kind of wanted to use it as like kind of my fun laptop or like watch movies and shit, but I like trying to preserve it.
Alright, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
What's this from? Is this from like an old movie? Where did they get all these like interesting little sound bites? Or did they just like create them and make them sound like they're from like an old thing? It's interesting. You know, like how that old like TV like voice sounds and like old radio voice sounds. I love it. I think that's why I liked Alistair so much from Haspin Hotel, because he was just like 1920s radio, and it's just like, oh, I love this. Hey, Hoberman, hey, Dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. You're so bloody, so properly, you stand out a mile, but you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savvy Road? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe. That matters. So senator, so genital, so long for a while. You're never fully dressed without a smile. I have a thing for old stuff. Like, I actually used to wear fedoras then. I had like a lot more like old thing, but now I don't wear fedoras. I mostly just wear these kind of hats.
Number 3 10 years ago.
I have 2 drawings done in one stream. Yay, that doesn't happen all day. Cause I'm a slow bitch.
$250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials doubt the gold can be recovered, pointing out that should the gold be found by carpet, the insurance company would have a full claim. $250,000 in gold, and this guy used to be a file. Hey, I'd still like to meet this guy.
Color is like a little bit of a creamy color. She's a jazz pearl baby. She's adorbs. I love her. top child. And like depending on the universe, she has a slightly different personality. Because like different events obviously. But I'm very much a person that believes like events and like shit that happens to you definitely help like influences your personality. So like her core character is about the same, but like little details change. Like in the TFA universe, she's a little bit more like sheltered, so she stays a bit younger, but she's also like she has more of a kind of like open spark in a way. She's a little sweetie belle. And then like in Rescue Bot, she is almost entirely different because instead of being raised in like a kind of war setting, she's raised like by the Rescue Bots. She is a little bit different. That she grows into kind of like most other universes, she grows up to be a little bit like kind of like a Ratchet. Like a female Ratchet, except like with a bit like more softer side. A little bit playful and sneaky. But like in Rescue Bot, she's more of like the elder sister character that's like kind of watching over everyone, but she still is a kid. And like everything I give her like a little bit of cheekiness. Like she likes to keep it with a smile. It doesn't matter how she's gonna get it. She's a little cheeky bugger. She's my cheeky little child.
This is the most crazy story about a space fight coming down on a beam, isn't it?
Yes, the beam. Make sure everything's right for the party.
She's a little cute. In TFA, like she is, she's like everyone tries to shelter her, but she's also like a little bit more stubborn. Like, no, I am a strong little warrior. Like, you guys do not need to be protecting me. I can handle myself. I got this. Everyone's like, no, you're Bobby, and she's like, no, I'm not. Yeah. That shade. That shade looks good. Occasionally I don't use a reference and just like, that color looks good. Yeah. And like this Bumblebee is a bit more mature because I changed certain things about characters. Like most of the time it's usually for a pairing reason. In this I'm like, you know what? I'm doing Blitzbee because Blitzbee is bae. So Bumblebee's a bit more emotionally mature, mostly because like he and Star get along because like everyone kind of out of her that same him. He's like the baby, the small one, and then like him and Star kind of get along on that level, and like they become kind of like siblings. And then like she's like, no, I trust Blitzbee. He's like, okay, why? She's like, no, we're not. He's like, okay, I'm gonna look into this, and then he ends up being like, yeah, Blitzbee isn't that bad. I kind of like him. He's my buddy. And it's like, oh shit, he is now my lover. Star is just like 110% supportive. It's like, yeah, I'm glad you're happy. Star's just that little girl. She's just like, yep, this is B. But B also kind of like is on the team of like there are certain things she doesn't need to be involved with. She's still a kid, but he listens to her a bit more. Cause it's like I know she knows what she's talking about. We just don't want her involved with this. But like if she says something, I'm gonna believe her because she knows more than I do. I really like that little dynamic I'm making.
Fancy words. But I do like music. Anthology. An anthology of modern plays. This is the book Mary wanted. Oh, so that's what an anthology is. A collection. Now, what else came of my trip to the library?
These like weird instructional videos. They're like, oh, what else did I find at the library today? What the fuck? Get out of here. Like Bumblebee was really fun to draw. Bumblebee is a character I love in almost every continuity he's in. Same with Ratchet, but that's just me. I'm a Ratchet fangirl. I love my old crabby grandpa.
B. Payroll's been robbed. Pete Belden's been kidnapped. Tell the boys to ride. Where art thou, buddy? Where's the blind B. Payroll? Probably the Hicks gang. Bring your horse. They're headed for Pine Creek. Guess they're going through the camp. Hurry up and I'll meet you Franks. flying beef payroll.
What you get in a hi-fi set is best described as presence, a feeling of life and nearness in the music. Once you've heard high-fidelity reproduction, you'll be hard to satisfy with anything less.
We're back to the science. Where do they get the sound bites for like the lyricy parts of these? It feels like they just like pulled out like old 1920s like instructional learning videos. I was like, what? Actually, I mean, it's probably like 1950s. Rather honestly, kind of like the Red Skellington show. If you don't know what that is, it was like a comedy skit show. Back in like the 20s, the 50s. I used to have like, I had like some DVDs of it.
Well, as the record plays, like, the needle wiggles at the right number of cycles per second, which have been recorded. Now this creates electrical impulse, which is then boosted by this amplifier, and then pushed out through that.
I also used to watch like a lot of like 70s
If you don't mind if that's fun. Well, I just don't want you to get the idea that merely by adding a big speaker to an ordinary record player or radio. What you get in a hi-fi set is best described as presence, a feeling of life and nearness in the music. Once you've heard high-fidelity reproduction, you'll be hard to satisfy with anything less.
still have time left in the stream.
And when the
Holy
listeners
shit.
are centrally located in front of the two speaker systems, they get the illusion of sound coming from a wide area, as if a full orchestra were in the room. Sounds great! And new and more exciting stereophonic tapes are being put on the market every day. Would you like to hear a sample? I'm with you. All right? It'll make you feel as if you're really in the Grand Canyon.
It's like an ad. It's like an old ad for a stereo. What the fuck?
With those points in mind, Jimmy, you can go on to a thorough study of the nature of sound.
That's for me, the nature of sound.
sides have grown out. If you don't know, I keep my sides shaved. My hair grows so fast that it grows out pretty fast. Also, I need to get the top trimmed a little bit, but I can still put it up in my ponytails and my man buns for work. Because I have to wear hairnets a lot, I just tie it up into like a man bun and keep it out. At one job, I can even just fit it all underneath the hat, which is nice. Finished TF. JPEG. Yay. Finished 2 drawings. Fucking mint. Let's just look around, see what I got. kind of helps me learn how to draw characters too. Yeah, fucking one. Pose, this helps me like kind of draw characters. I think these are fun. Okay, let's see if we find one that I want to do. This one will be kind of fun. I can like start this because it's getting close to Christmas. It's getting to the time where I should be thinking about a Christmas piece for Noah Comics. So. This would totally be Tally. kind of character was those fucking fans. I think Amy would be a friend. Like, oh god, this is so much fun. And then I'll probably make that like fucking Silver. He's a bitch. Baby. Kitty has woken up. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. Wanna come up? Wanna come up? Let's show you today. It's doing this. Hello, everybody. Maybe watching my stream. This is my cat, Yashiroreaper Houdini. She is a total Bobby. My baby Calico. She's not a baby, actually. She is.
They show love, I'ma show it back.
4 or 5 years old? Yeah, you're pretty old.
I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for that.
Kitty, but she's Bob.
If they show love, I'ma show it back. If the catch is too small, I'ma throw it back. I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for that.
Oh, she's the best thing ever. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too loudly, aren't I? She's like, how dare you capture me, mothers?
When it's time to sink or swim, I always choose to do the back flow. I know that not a lot of humans are as sharp as I am. My modesty's my greatest quality. It's not, I'm lying. I know I'm only just alright with this art of rhyming. No, I'm not applying myself. In fact, I'm hardly trying. But just imagine what would happen if I stuck to rapping, man. I'd probably have a helicopter and a couple mansions with some guard dogs and a bunch of fans they love attacking. Probably not, but it's fun to imagine. Hey, yo, I can't complain at where I'm at. I'm just happy to be here. I'd be ecstatic if we happen to have a repeat here. Thanks to Pro Leader, I'm rapping the heaters while passing the reefer, man. That's what I call having a breather. If they show love, I'ma show it back. If the catch is too small, I'ma throw it back. I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for
I can get
done.
Nice to get holiday stuff done early when you're an artist, especially if you do webcomics and you like to do like a little Christmassy themed drawing. I did my Halloween one really late though. I feel bad about that because it was kind of rushed. It was a rush job. And Kitty, can you get from under my desk, please? Thank you.
It's your story, so frame it how you wanna frame it. I get the picture, but that doesn't mean I've gotta hang it. I used to be a Mormon saying things like gosh and dang it. Now I'm trying to rap while I act like I don't wanna make it. So fuck a record deal. I only say that cause they haven't made the offer yet. I'm confident they never will. My only competition is myself from the year previous. It's clear to me I have to fear greediness and steer clear from that media hype and devious types. I'm booking my Expedia flights immediately. That's right, I'm leaving tonight to find some peace on the beaches where I'm needing to write. So fly me to France. I think it's time my life is enhanced. Teach me all about
an adventure.
Let's go buy me some pants. There might be a chance that I finally find some romance with the fly little mommy who invites me to dance. Come on. So if she shows love, I'ma show it back. But if that catch is too small, I'ma throw it back. I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for that. I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for that. So if they show love, I'ma show it back. If the catch is too small, I'ma throw it back.
To what new horizons can we look now? Where are tomorrow's opportunities? The frontiers of the future are not on any map. But now, what's ahead of us?
Goddamn adorable.
What new horizons can we look now? Where are tomorrow's opportunities? The frontiers of the future are not on any map. But now, what's ahead of us?
Fucking whore outfit. This is my hoe. Sally's up there being a hoe.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
He's like super really loving right now. She's like, love me, mothers. Love me, say that you love me. Pat me, go on and pat me. Mama, I can't be alone right now. This is gonna be a cute drawing when I'm done with it. It's gonna be so cute. Kitty's done with pets right now. Someone underneath, like barely getting fucking hit by the sled. I'll probably be Seth. Kitty, don't play with Mama's chocolate bar. She's like, I wish to. Oh, that's Mama's candy. She's like, but I was having fun.
For you to drop by. You know, they're just setting up to shoot a scene of our new star, and I'd love to introduce you before they begin. Honestly, we're all just bursting with excitement about this brilliant new performer. We think this one will not only win every award hands down, but it's just going to win the hearts of people all over the country. Come on, I want you to meet a great new star.
Mother. Mother. No pause on the computer, please. No pause on the computer. Paw off, paw off.
Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain.
Yeah, one of the characters, like, he's taking full transformation and is, like, given power. And, like, he's kind of...
Sleeps with the stars for a tent, for the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as old or free and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Johnson Rag playing cha-cha-cha?
You sound like, yes, it was. It sure was.
But I never heard it played that way before.
Well, a good tune can be done anyway. Now, wait a minute. Hold it, lad. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Show Johnny. We'll prove it.
What do you mean? Play another tip?
Johnson, no. Johnson Rag is a waltz. Is a waltz. You got it? Here it is.
These sound bites from. I'm very curious. Kitty, I love you very, very much, but you nuzzling my leg is not helpful when mother's trying to draw. And oh ho ho, it is time probably for stream to end anyways. Come on. You wanna come out? Oh, okay. No, you don't wanna say the goodbye with me. Do you wanna say goodbye to the streamers with me? You're gonna say goodbye to the streamers with me. Okay? Hello everyone, thank you very much for watching my stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Okay, down you go. If you want to see more of my streams, please subscribe to me here on Twitch. If you want to help support me, everything I do here on the internet, go check out my Kofi page. As you know, I am on YouTube, I am here on Twitch, I am on TikTok, I have an Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Tumblr, I do fanfiction, I do webcomics and webtoon, global comics, and Fantastic. If you want to check it out, it's called The Shadows. I know that you're all across the web. I love you all so very, very much. And I shall hopefully see you all in my next stream, which should be Saturday. So thank you for that, and I shall see you next stream. Bye-bye! Kitty is lying with me. Her feet on my belly, her belly stretched out in her floof, 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 and her sleepy little face. I have a kitty napping with